We good?
Now can we do the hello?
Sure.
Hello.
I'll just do the low one.
The low one. Hello. I need water.
Damn, okay.
Hello. This tea's not doing it.
It's tea.
It's the tea.
It dries you out, bro. Tea. It's caffeine.
When I was in choir, I wanted to be cool, and I was like, you know what? Screw water. I'm gonna drink Coca-Cola.
No, there was a girl in college, and she would come in every day into rehearsal with the Dr. Pepper. And I would literally tell her, how the hell do you go through this singing without burping?
That's my type of woman. All right, and welcome to another episode of the Yellow City Kids podcast. I am your host, Hernan Ramirez, and to my left, once again, for the same day, twice in a row, Mr. Patrick Master System Rivers.
What's up?
And the guest of the moments, the guest of the century, Mrs. School Rock herself, in the flesh. How you doing, man?
Hey.
You didn't tell me your name, so I don't... Yeah.
This whole time?
Oh, no, wait.
He knows your name.
I don't know the full name. I just know Bethany.
Bethany Megan Longoria.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a really white middle name. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, first and middle name.
Does anybody call you Meg?
No.
Okay. I'm not going to start.
No.
Don't do that.
Please don't do that.
Or Megan?
Yes. I did have a close friend of the family. She calls all of my mom's kids by their middle names. So she calls me Megan. She's the only person who's ever called me Megan.
I'm jealous of people who have middle names because I don't have one. So
Wait, can you say your name again?
Hernan?
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you say it all together?
Hernan.
It went all together.
Hernan Ramirez?
Okay. You
Yeah.
don't have a middle
Yeah,
name.
my parents...
I thought there was a middle name in there.
My parents, I think they told me Hernan Gustavo Ramirez, but that doesn't
Just
sound...
do it. Just
Oh, no, wait.
put it in there yourself.
No. Well, I did. I gave myself a name.
Oh.
Yeah. Because, okay, so long story short, I was working as a salesman for a furniture store, and I knew from prior experience working at a place, if I told them not my name, Hernan, or Hernan, I'm cool with both, they would forget it.
No?
They would forget it. So I told my friend, my roommate at the time, and I was like, let's choose a name. And we opened a baby name book, and this is how lazy I am. So I chose the name Avery, so I couldn't even get past the A's.
Avery?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You go by it now?
Yeah, there's literally a bunch of people that call me Avery.
Really?
Yeah, a bunch of people. It's
A
so
new name.
it's so well used or so often used that I've considered like officially.
It's like changing it?
Yeah.
You could put it as a middle name.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard it's not even that expensive either.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought you had to go through like a whole process.
I'm giving you ideas.
Yes, you are. My mom's like, don't you dare. I was named, well, it's a really cool story. So I was named after, I guess it's not that long and not that cool.
Go
So
for
I was named after a Kiss song.
Okay.
So my mom's a huge Kiss fan. And there's a song in one of their albums called Beth. And so she really liked that, but she didn't want to just call me just Beth. And at the time she was watching a telenovela, and their name was Bethany. And so she was like, no, I'll just do that. I don't know where she got Megan from. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I was like, I was just waiting for the twist of
no.
Beth
I told you
to
it was
Megan.
like it was cool, but it wasn't. Actually, every time I say this is really cool, and then I say it, and I'm like, it's not really not that cool.
The beginning.
Yeah. That's why I named Journey, because I kind of wanted to keep it going. So she's named after my favorite band, which is the band Journey.
Yeah.
So she's I don't know,
And then she'll name hers. Let's see. What
Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh my God. Whop.
Megan Thee Stallion
No.
or something nonsense like that.
No.
Look at little stallion.
I think about that all the time, though. Like, the music that we grew up with was not that much fucking greater. Like, you have, like, what song was it? It was on TikTok. It was, like what I said. She don't mean shit now.
Oh,
You know
the
what I mean?
Amon song. Amon or whatever.
Okay, so
Oh.
here's where you're gonna lose me because I am big into not the music here.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Yeah,
You
I need
just
to
offended
move.
our guest.
I need to move.
He's not
I need
mainstream
to
guy.
move. I am no, it's not even mainstream. I don't even listen to my country's music.
Really?
Yeah,
He's a K-pop.
like I'll listen to Korean. I'll listen to
I
French.
was gonna say K-pop is like that's like a whole other
Oh,
fucking
and I
era.
don't even listen to K-pop.
You don't?
I listen to Korean R&B.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm like super hipster. I'm so hipster. I'm other country hipster. That's
So
why.
what's kind of cool though, I have friends who works at School of Rock. Her name is Megan. Do you remember Megan Ledesma? Oh wait, she's not Ledesma. She's Ledesma now, but she was Megan. I forgot her last
That
name.
was Megan Thee Stallion.
It's making this-
Hey, fucking exactly. No, but her and her sister do a whole YouTube thing over K-pop.
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 It's cake pop now.
K-pop. And so they don't do just K-pop though. They do reactions. They do like all kinds of Korean song reactions. So they do actually do R&B stuff too.
Nice.
So her and her sister they just got like over 25,000 followers and
Nice.
stuff like that. So they're like,
Well, if they're listening, I don't know the names Zico and Sam Kim and let me name one more. That way I'm a little cool. Hayes or Highs. If those names sound cool, if they're watching this video, tell me how cool I am. Or maybe I'm just mainstream. Maybe I'll be like, he just listens to the mainstream stuff over there.
it's usually the one who says I'm so hipster who are like not hipster.
I'm just making fun of myself. I don't understand.
So like
the word.
no other music at all.
I mean, I'll listen to like Mexican music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll listen to some bronco or some los socios del
Rhythm.
del ritmo. Yeah.
I don't know any of them.
Yeah. Llorar y llorar. That one? No. Okay.
It's old.
It's old.
I am not, so I'm shameful for being Hispanic. Because I mean, I grew up listening to Hispanic music, but and I have like if you would sing it to me or whatever, show me the song, I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I know that song. But I am not like the biggest. I grew up listening to like 80s metal and 80s.
Oh no! I mean, I'm totally down. I'm totally down with the old school too.
Mm-hmm.
But then here's what I lose people too.
Oh no.
When I say old school, I mean like 60s and
Yeah.
Oh,
70s.
that's okay.
Yeah, I'm like super down with that music.
I don't know any 60s.
Like
I don't know
I'll bust out a Beach Boys album real quick.
Beach
And-
Boys. Oh, okay, that's
yeah.
not bad.
Yeah.
That's not too
Are
bad.
they more 70s or?
They're probably like 80s.
I
dude.
feel like Beach Boys are more. I thought they were more 50s.
Yeah, somewhere
They're
around there.
50s?
They're really that old?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they were pretty relevant for a long time. Actually, you know, I saw a crazy video the other time, and it was labeled the best song for every month from the year 1960 to 1970. And I did a few of those. I did the 50 to 60, 60 to 70. It was just crazy how big the Beatles were. Like, I don't
You're not a
know.
Beatles fan?
I respect the Beatles.
Thank you.
So much. I
Okay.
do.
I like where this is going.
I respect them. They are literally the reason why we have such great artists now.
Mm-hmm.
But working at School of Rock, I'm telling you, Beatles everything. Like Beatles, because they're like, like simple Beatles, because there's like complicated Beatles where they put some really weird crap
Right.
in there.
When
and
they were on the
there's-
LSD?
When they were in the
the
submarine.
whole 70s Beatles is a little crazy. Yellow Submarine, is that what it was? Yellow
Yeah.
Submarine. And so we do like the simple ones at School of Rock, and so it's like constantly, I mean, I respect them or whatever, but you wouldn't call, I'm not just hitting up the Beatles on my Spotify.
No, there are some like crazy good songs. Like, like I remember I watched that video and I was like, oh, they made that song. I only know the second version or the third version of that song.
We get a lot of the kids who say that. So a
Yeah.
lot of our kids are like, oh, I didn't know that was the Beatles. I feel really, I'm
There's
already old enough, but man, some of these kids come in there and they're like, who's that? Who's Pink Floyd? Who the hell are you? You don't know who Pink Floyd is?
You were born in the 1900s.
Oh my God.
I think Pink Floyd is always like the
You have
Like-
to really, really, really like Pink Floyd to listen to him.
Yeah.
Or be on psychedelics.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's so long. I can't handle it sometimes because they just go on and on and on of nothing sometimes. Kind of reminds me of space. I don't know why.
That's cool.
I kind of
Yeah.
like if you were like looking into outer space, that's like what his music would be. Like if you're like looking at outer space, his music would be in the background. Because it's like literally just goes on and on and on and on and on. So you literally have to be on stuff to be like, this is fucking
Have you so you're a big rock person?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you ever heard of a band called what is it? Let me think. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
No.
No? Okay. They're pretty cool, but they're from Australia. I don't know why I said but. I don't hold anything against Australia except that it's not real. But
What?
You don't know the meme? It's a meme. Let's just
Oh,
say
is it
that
a meme?
Australia is not real.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I
Because
didn't know that.
I think it's more like because of flat Earth, it
Lord.
couldn't exist. I don't know. I just like the meme. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
But
But
I was like,
you're about to
we're about to go on a tangent here.
what?
Because I'm like, nothing.
Oh,
She's a
no.
flat earther.
She is a flat earther.
I am not a flat earther.
Oh, okay.
I'm the opposite of flat earther.
Oh, okay. I was
It's
confused.
like people who were like, flat earth, what?
Yeah, no. I
No.
just joke. Joke. The whole birds aren't real kind of thing. I also joke with that one.
I do have a friend. I do have a friend who thought bats weren't real.
Oh, okay.
She's like, I thought bats were.
Have
she
you ever
like put
yeah.
them with like vampires.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I mean, bats are freaky.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess the whole Corona thing. We all got a good look at what bats look like in the news, so they were everywhere. It's like it's kind of weird because I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. It's like a fake news. They used to sell it at like Kmart or Walmart, and it was like fake news. The whole thing was fake, and one of the most famous characters in that was a creature called Bat Boy. No, does that not ring a bell?
No, it doesn't.
Ugly dude. But the funny thing is, if you followed that fake news and you bought it every month or something, there was a whole story. I don't know how far it went. I only got one copy.
How
Cause
dare you get one copy? You don't see the very end of the story.
it freaked me out because I was a little kid and I picked it up and I was like, "Holy crap! Why is no one talking about this?"
Boy. Yeah, she really thought that bats weren't real.
Yeah.
I was like, Hannah, what? Like she really legitimately thought bats weren't real.
I mean, there's people that probably don't think narwhals are real and
That what?
is it narwhals or narwhals?
Narwhals.
The whale with the horn in it.
Oh. I mean, I'm a little skeptical. I'm skeptical about all seas.
Sea creatures.
The sea scares the crap out of me.
Those sea spiders, those are crazy.
I just don't like. I don't do the sea. I don't care.
Are you not into like if you want a free trip?
Hell
No.
Nope.
Take it.
Take it. You can have it. I don't want it.
I'll trade you for $5.
Dying on. There's no. I think it's the anxiety of like there's no land anywhere. There's none, and nobody knows how far it goes under. Nobody knows.
Yeah,
It's weird.
What was that saying, or what's that one thing they've said that like if you ever been in a plane, that still isn't as deep as the ocean goes or whatever. Like
Yeah. No. I get nope.
That's kind of wild.
I watch movies that have like I can't even remember what was the last one. I think it was The Meg. Did y'all watch that?
No.
It's kind of like Jaws.
The
but it's
Megalodon.
talking-
Oh, the megalodon, I guess.
Yes. And so we watch that. And so they go like they literally spoiler alert. I mean, it's been out for like forever.
Don't worry about it. I'm not a big. Is it like a scary movie or something?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not. Big
Well, it's like
scary.
adrenaline. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like they go underneath. They take this little pod and they go underneath, like beyond the like point, the pressure point, because they have like a machine now that can go. And I'm like, why the hell would you do that? Like, leave them alone. They're not bothering anybody. Like, there's a whole world there. Leave them alone. No, that's how the Meg got out.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Was it in a cage?
Because there's like a threshold, and so I don't know. I don't want to sound I'm not smart and all that, so I don't want to say anything that's wrong. But pretty much like nobody can get past it and nobody can go through it. But something happened to where like the machine blew up and caused enough pressure to be off to where it got through.
Yeah.
And so like now there's a big ass freaking
Megalodon
eating cruise ships and stuff.
Eating things. Everyone.
Yeah.
So
it would eat boats and stuff.
Everything.
Oh man.
I'm like nope.
You know, okay, but you gotta like starfish. Starfish are pretty cool.
SpongeBob.
I do like SpongeBob. I do like SpongeBob.
Legit.
I do.
That's the only the only Patrick Starfish is the only one.
That's the only sea creature that you like.
Yes, those are the only two. Those are the only two that I'll take.
You don't like Squidward or Sandy?
No, he's annoying.
Mr. Krabs, he's a hustler.
Squilliam Fancy Son.
Who?
Squilliam.
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 The other Squidward that has a unibrow that's all fancy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Him. Yeah. Was it Sandy? I don't even know how that freaking happens.
I'm not big into the SpongeBob lore, so you guys are gonna lose me if you keep talking about it.
I just like it because all the Allsups. Do you have an Allsup series? Mm-hmm. Are they building a new one too?
I have no idea. I hope so. Ours is.
They're moving money. They got it. They're moving weight.
What was it? Sudan's building a new one. Fiona's building a new one.
I hope so.
Bovina's, I think.
Well, because like if you go, I feel like I go to any Allsups that I go to, it's like walking into the same Allsups everywhere. Like it still looks dirty. But they have the best burritos, so I don't really care if it's dirty because I'm still gonna eat the burritos.
I'm about to say.
But it's like the same kind of people work there. The same, like it's like they're all related or something. I don't know. Like it's
I worked there once.
Weird.
I worked there
Okay, I'm so sorry.
And I'll tell you, we're all related.
I'm just saying, like, it's just really weird. Every Allsups that I've gone to, it's like it legitimately all looks the same. Just looks like it all needs to be.
I worked at Allsups for a little bit when I was in like fresh out of high school. In high school, and then a little bit out of high school.
Okay.
And it was pretty bad because I stole a lot of Jimmy's. I would just bake them and then eat them. I was a kid. I didn't know consequences existed.
I worked at United, and I worked in the bakery. That was a really bad idea. This is a very bad idea. We used to like, oh my god, I don't know if I get in trouble.
Don't worry.
We would because if something was broken in the package or whatever that came through, you had to throw it away. And I was like, this is a whole damn pie. Like, I'm not going to throw this whole, like, good pie away. So my boss all the time would be like, just keep it and put it in the back and we'll just munch on it all day. So, like, if we saw something that we really liked, it'd be like, oh, no, there's a puncture. We can't sell this. And we would just put it in the back.
That was
really
I worked at a United too, actually. And Amigos.
Oh, okay. I worked at Amigos for, like, 2 seconds.
God damn. Whoa.
Because they had me doing the tortillas all the time.
I was about to go into that too.
Oh my god.
I would work the night shift. I would stock, and there was a person that working at the night shift making all the stuff, all the tortillas, a bunch of cakes and stuff. And I would just go over and be like, well, how? Because all she did was put them in the machine that turns them into little balls, and then she would throw them into a machine that makes them into tortillas.
It's a hot machine.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
It's a hot machine.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
And people like me don't need to be around that big of a hot machine. I don't even know why I worked in the bakery, to be real with you, because I burn stuff all the time. So I don't really understand why they picked me to work in there.
Well, at least it's not like that's reassuring that it's not like a microwave thing, where you just throw something in there and
everything was like pretty much like cooked. The only thing that I wasn't in charge of was decorating cakes. I misspelled a lot of stuff, so I wasn't allowed to decorate the cakes unless I had to. But I just pretty much packaged everything. But the one thing that I hated the most was doing the tortillas. Because it was like, it's hot. Like, you're near a hot machine the whole time.
Yeah, it was pretty hot.
All you're doing is just doing that. And, everybody would come by and be like, hey, you have a hot tortilla with butter on it? And it's like, I guess.
She would be, at least the one that was working there, she would, like, throw me a few. Like, she would throw me, like, 3 of them. Like, here you go.
Usually everybody who worked there would be like, here's, just take this tip.
And then I would just go buy a thing of butter. Or there was already a thing of butter.
We had the squirted butter.
Oh. Y'all fancy over there.
The fancy squirted butter.
No, we had the cut it and then...
Dang. I like to put sugar in mine. Cinnamon. And
Oh,
sugar.
you're about to throw me off. Sugar in your tortilla.
And the butter.
Cinnamon and
The
sugar.
butter.
And butter. Yes.
Wait, really? Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
It's delicious. And like honey.
Well, I guess the tortilla really doesn't have like a taste. So
Well, if you think about
you
it,
can like
like-
kind of just.
What do they call them when you make them for New Year's?
Sopapilla.
Yeah. Yeah. Sopapillas.
It's just a tortilla.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
It's the same thing when you go to Rosa's, and that's why they have the honey at the deals because you can get their tortillas and then you just put honey in. So that's what I would normally get instead of the. If I didn't feel like eating anything fried, I would just do that instead. Which is either one's not good.
Roses
It's
is
delicious.
Roses is I don't know how to. I like it. Unfortunately, I feel bad because I feel like I'm not supposed to like it.
No, I mean
But-
I like Taco Villa.
Okay, that's heresy.
What?
I'm just
I
kidding.
love taco. I was gonna say taco.
I've never. I've never gone to a Taco Villa.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I have either.
Yeah.
What?
I always look at it and I'm like, nah, I'll be all right.
I'm good.
I'm good.
It's delicious.
Maybe it
They
is.
have
I'm
the
just.
best
Yeah.
bean and cheese. Okay, so when I was pregnant, I literally lived there. I would cry over their bean and cheese burritos with the red sauce. Oh my god! And it's crazy what pregnancy does to you because I thought I was in love with food because I would literally. I remember one time I was in love with that and cheese sticks from Sonic. And I lived in Lubbock at the time, and right where I lived, we had a Sonic, and so I would drive there all the time and get cheese sticks. And one time they didn't have any, and they were out, and I legitimately cried in the car. I could have just gone to another.
It's like an
one.
origin story right there.
I cried all the time.
Take a break? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a break for some reason. I'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
And we're back. All
We're
right.
back.
Let's talk about.
The greatest musical of all time.
Sure. See, you can't say that.
That's because I'm not a big fan of musicals, though. What else is there? Hamilton? That's it?
What? There's like
High School Musical,
There's a
maybe?
bunch of
there's
others.
Close second?
Hairspray.
Oh,
There's Wicked.
I forgot about Hairspray. I've never seen Wicked.
people that are into Wicked, I don't know. I had some bad.
Some bad vibes with Wicked.
No, not bad vibes. It's just, I've known the people that I knew that liked Wicked
They're kind of crazy.
were I'm weird.
It's a kind of crazy.
I'm weird, and
It's kinda crazy.
They weirded me out. So
Well, I don't get me wrong. I love my theater people because I have
Mm.
friends who are theater, but there's some theater people out there who are like really out there.
yeah,
But yeah, I that was the first thing that we'd never done that before in choir. That was like, so for her to say that we were gonna do that, we were all freaking out because I was like, I have to act and sing at the same time. Like, I don't think I'm good at this. Like, what are you talking about? And so my reputation in high school was I was too nice. I was like just legitimately nice to everyone. I mean, I'm still nice now. I don't think anybody that I'm a bitch now, but but I nobody thought that none of the girls thought I could play Rizzo,
yeah.
and so I proved them wrong. I was very mean. It was
Yeah.
fun. It was a lot of fun.
The best. Not
Chris-
gonna finish the sentence. The best Rizzo. That's what I'll say.
Okay.
Oh, it's her song.
Oh my God.
The What's the Worst I Could Do? Or something
What's
like that.
the worst thing I could do? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That was. We had to take some acting tips. Some people from theater had to come in
Okay.
and help us because we had no idea what the hell we were.
Yeah, no, I said hell no to that. I was like, no, you can't convince me to you convinced me to do choir. You can't convince me to do.
See, I
one
thought that
step
because when
more.
I was a senior, when we did that, my brother was a freshman,
Mm.
and so he did choir for a little bit, but he was like too cool for school. But he still did it and stuff. But he did it because he was like, I don't want to do any other extracurricular activities. So he did it, but he did the show. He just did the stuff to help out with it and stuff. And he played like a T-bird, like an extra T-bird or something like that.
Oh my God, you're
Yeah.
taking me back. You're taking me back to my first acting gig when I was Mouse number 4.
What?
And
And the Christmas pageant play.
what was it?
Oh,
I-
not Hamlet.
We all did a whole bunch of different every class.
The Nutcracker.
No. It was. I don't think so. I
Cinderella,
probably.
a mouse,
Maybe.
the three mice. Were you a
Blind
number
mice?
one or two or three mice?
I said I was number 4, so I don't know.
Never mind, because there's only 3 of them.
Okay.
So never mind.
I don't know what play it was, but basically, there was 3 mice, and I just remember I was the last one, and the only thing I got to say was, "Oh boy, I'm gonna go get my shovel." That's all I got to say.
You still remember that?
Yeah, because I was so hurt.
That's his 5 seconds of fame.
Because at that time I was like, you know what? I want to do it. I want to be something. I want to be one of these. I want to talk a lot. And they gave me mouse number 3 or 4, and I wore my ears backwards just to spite them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You take that, Mrs. I don't know who was the teacher.
I don't remember your name, but I remember my line.
Yeah. Nah.
Grease 2?
No, I haven't seen it. I never saw it.
What the hell?
What
you
is
have
that?
to see You've never seen Grease 2?
I didn't know there was
it's with Michelle Pfeiffer. Was it Michelle Pfeiffer? Is that how you say your name?
That's how you say your name.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that's her name, right? I think I was getting mixed up with Mackay Pfeiffer. It's the same thing. Or Pfeiffer is the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Michelle Pfeiffer? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Okay. Yeah. So she did that when she was young. The music in it's bomb. It's so good. It's the only reason why I like that one more.
Grease 2.
Grease 2.
That sounds like
Put it on
you're
your
making
list.
it up.
No, it's not. It's
You know
not.
what's,
It's for real.
It sounds
It's
fake.
on
No,
Amazon
it's on.
Prime.
I've never
Yeah.
seen it though.
I
It,
just
it
thought
looks
it was-
really bad.
It's really bad, but it's so good at the same time.
Oh,
Amazon Prime. Just watch it. Just watch it.
Maybe I'll
Just
put it to
just
fall asleep too.
Put it on and watch it, and you could hate it.
You know
but I
what
still get you to
soundtrack
watch
is
it.
surprisingly good? The Disney movie one, the Encanto.
So Journey is upset. My daughter's obsessed with that.
It's
And
surprisingly good. I was like, oh shit.
Been meaning to
should
actually
watch
sit
it.
down and watch it because I've heard about was it Bruno?
Yeah.
Heard about Bruno. Like I hear it. I've never watched it, but that's the one song she like sings on the top of
On
her
repeat.
lungs all the time.
On repeat.
dang, I feel left out. I feel like
You haven't seen Encanto yet?
I haven't even heard of it.
Dude, what the hell?
I told you.
It'll trigger your inner trauma as a Mexican American.
As really?
Yeah, that's
What the hell is this story about? I had a great childhood.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I might start crying if I watch
yeah,
it.
you should.
I've like read some of the stuff that's about it, but I have not yet actually sat down and watched it. I've been meaning to watch it, and I haven't watched it yet.
Maybe we'll do a review of it.
But I watch everything on Disney Plus. So I just watched Eternals last night.
It wasn't that great.
It really wasn't.
I pirate everything.
I was actually pretty pissed that it wasn't that great because of the people who were in it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so I don't get me wrong though, Angelina Jolie was like great as Athena. Or is it Athena? Yeah, it's Athena. But
Yeah.
everything else was kind of like meh. It was okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What movie was it?
Eternals.
Eternal. He doesn't like Disney.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is not really. Well, I guess it's Disney, but it's
Disney owns
Marvel.
everything.
Disney Marvel.
It's Disney Marvel.
Yeah.
Even DC's about to sell some shit, and they're like, if Disney buys that, they're gonna come after them for being a monopoly.
I don't know.
They're already a monopoly.
I've gone on my Disney hate
Rants.
train for enough times on
I think
here.
it's a cult.
Yeah. No, I don't. No, I think I don't like a company who. I mean, this goes to a lot of other companies too, like Nike and
Sony.
Adidas and what did Sony do? Oh,
The whole
that
Spider-Man thing.
Oh no! Okay, that is not what I was thinking of. That was a recent.
Guy.
That was a recent scandal with Sony. There was a guy who walked up and like the guy is like a big shot in Sony, and he thought he was hooking up with a minor or something like that.
Oh, yeah. But so you just need to to watch a lot of I watched a documentary the other day on Alanis Morissette. Do you know who that is?
I heard the name.
so
she
bad.
sings that you are, I don't know, you are my man.
Okay, that sounds familiar.
Wait.
Yeah, I've heard that song.
Okay, so she sang that song.
Okay.
But she grew up in that time era, like the late 80s, early 90s stuff. And so she talks about, she like went into detail about all of that, about being 15 and just everybody in the industry thinking that she was fair game at 15.
Damn.
But like that's how, like, you watch any of those kind of documentaries, it's just how it was.
Yeah.
And so I was lucky enough when I was in college. Do you remember anything about like Vocalize You stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was lucky enough that I raised the money to do a singer-songwriter retreat. I went with Allie and like a couple other people. And so all the people were there. It was like, I think it was like 3 hours outside of LA where we went. So I met a lot of really cool people. But one of the guys there he'd been at Sony forever. Like he'd worked with so many people. And then at that time he was out of Sony and he was just doing like just one-on-one work with artists. And at the time he was working with Christina Milian. So cool. I met Hoobsteak.
Oh,
Hey,
nice.
I wanted to go to the concert.
I got to be how I think because it was like a camp setting. Like we were at like in like the woods.
Like
Which is
Camp
not
Rock?
okay for me. I hated.
So Camp Rock? Is
Pretty
that
much Camp Rock. Now that
School
you
of Rock and Camp Rock, man.
Now that you say that, this is like way before like School of Rock came that I started working there and stuff because I was still in college. But so there was only like 30 of us, and so we had, I guess, from like each kind of artist, we had Hoobstank, and so there's just 30 of us in a room. They have their acoustic guitars and they're playing their songs, and I'm literally about to die. Like the 12-year-old inside of me is like, this is like this is not real. Like they're literally sitting in front of me.
Nice.
And so they just kind of went through the whole process of it, of like how they came about, how they became a band, how they went with their songwriting. And I mean, it's just like, I feel like it's just like with any other job, it's like about who you know and by chance. So that at that point they'd been a band for like I think 2 years until like at that, and then they'd already been signed too. And they just felt like they were being pressured so much to go one way that they were like, we don't even care anymore. We're just going to kind of make music the way that we want to make music. And that's when they got big.
Some of their earlier stuff is really, I love it.
Yeah. Because they're the one that's,
Yeah.
out of control. Are they sing that one?
Oh, yeah. That was under Infinity album, I think. That was the one that had Reason, I think, also. It had Reason and had...
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of theirs that I was like going through my emo stage at like 12. So
You didn't go... I went through an emo stage twice in my life.
emos. It's funny though because when I was in high school, it was like you were like made fun of if you were like emo, if you wore like the black clothes, black eyeliner, all that stuff. So I didn't because I was like I get bullied enough. I don't want to get like I don't want to get even more bullied than I already do. So it kind of pisses me off just a little bit because emo is like a cool thing now. It's like it's like a thing. Yeah, it's like all over like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, like hashtag emo.
Are they listening to is there new emo music or are they listening to the old emo?
Their emo music's a little bit different.
Okay.
Than ours.
I haven't heard anything.
The what?
I haven't heard any new.
Yeah, you're surprising me with this information.
Well, they're thinking like, some people are kind of coming back because like Avril Lavigne just made a new album. She put out a couple of songs. They're not bad.
I thought she went full pop for a little bit.
She did.
Okay.
But she's kind of going, well, it's still, to me, it's still like pop punk to me.
Which is okay, because I actually used to jam out to that. Like Sum 41, I think, was pretty pop punk, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Pop punk, yeah.
Sum 41 was pretty
Good
pop
Charlotte?
punk.
No.
Good Charlotte, yeah. Good Charlotte, Blink 182.
Yeah.
All
And
them.
who are we forgetting?
So
Isn't there
many.
another one that's like that? Simple Plan? Is that the other one that's like that? Yeah.
I saw them the last year they had Warped Tour. I got to go in San Antonio, which was actually a horrible idea. It was so hot. It was so hot, and my feet, I remember I wore Converse because, you
You have to.
But they have no support, none. So they did it at the AT&T parking lot. And so we were just on like hot, like ground.
Yeah.
And it like burnt, my feet got sunburned on the bottom. Yeah. I was like, this is horrible, but this is great at the same time. I got to see Pierre, who is the lead singer of Simple Plan, and I like yelled his name the whole time. Pierre, like, Pierre. Like, yeah.
Is he from France?
I don't know.
He just has that name.
He looks white.
Are you into the punk rock?
Yeah. I'm trying
We
to
make fun of my cousin for the Pierce the Veil scandal thing about the drum. He's like, he did nothing.
Is it Pierce the Veil or Sleeping with Sirens?
Mm-hmm.
I went and watched them. So I'm a big vocal person. So like he sings really, really, really high.
Yeah.
And so when I went to go watch them here in Lubbock, which was kind of, because it was like with that band and with all those kind of bands, like, because you have girls who are just like screaming their names and stuff. I mean, I guess I did that with Pierre, but it's fine. But I feel like I couldn't like enjoy the show because it was just like girls screaming and crying over the lead singer, and I'm like, guys, I just came to listen to these songs. Can you like chill your 12-year-old hearts out? But now that I think about it, I'm like, man, I was like one of those kids, whatever. But I stood behind so that I wouldn't be like caught up in all that. We stood behind the sound system, like the soundboard, and they tweaked his vocals, and I was pretty upset about it. They tweaked it. Yeah. So it's
they helped him out, or
So I was like, I get it as a vocalist.
Yeah.
I get it. We have bad nights, and we're in West Texas, and there's so much dryness. It's unreal. So I get it. But at the same time, like my heart was like, I wanted you to hit those notes without no help. I was so upset.
You were ready.
I was ready to hear the magic, and the magic was fake.
Is there a song that's like that? That's not from them, that if you were to hear it live and you saw that, you'd lose it even more?
If you saw Journey and Don't Stop Believing was...
And then it's all lip synced.
That's all lip synced.
Well, let's be real, okay? So Journey's they don't have their lead singer anymore anyways. So, but he sounds just like their old lead singer. Mm-hmm. So but when I saw them live, I saw them and Def Leppard, and Def Leppard fucking killed it. They did great. I love Def Leppard. So they actually, it's funny because Journey's my favorite band, but I really liked Def Leppard better than I liked Journey live.
Did y'all see Kiss when their last show here?
No,
you didn't take your mom?
No.
Oh no.
Yeah, I didn't.
I wanted to go just to hear Love Gun.
Yeah.
So
that's
Kiss song.
What is it? They have a lot of songs because we do a lot of their songs too at School of Rock.
Detroit City or whatever. Detroit Rock City. Yeah.
I like
that's
that
pretty good.
One. There's this. I can't even think of.
I think Love Gun's their best song.
Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah. It's good.
It's magnificent.
There's so many though.
Good.
There's so many that I can't even think of right now that are better than us.
Is Kiss the band that when they released their albums initially they did poorly, and then they found out that the only way that their albums will sell is if they do live versions? Is it Kiss, or is it another one of those bands from that era?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Maybe that's why they dressed up to get the attention. That's what I did hear that.
Yeah. Well,
they dressed up the way that they did to get to them to just notice them instead of just listening to them.
And everybody noticed them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm pretty sure the great music helped.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're great. they're great, but a lot of people don't like Kiss.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was the other band that they didn't like. What are they? The group? What is it called? The
Guns N' Roses?
No, it's the Motley Crue. Is that? I feel like they get I feel like they get the most hate.
I love Motley Crue. I really like Motley Crue, so I'm biased.
Is it true? Have you gotten a lot of hate for that?
No,
okay,
not really. But you know what though? When they came out with that Netflix movie, everyone's like, I love Motley Crue. I was like, liars. You just like, because what's his name played? Was it
what's his
Machine
name?
Gun Kelly played Tommy Lee.
Yeah.
He actually did a pretty great job at who Tommy Lee was back then. But
okay.
It's still like that's what everybody was talking about at the time. And so I mean the movie's not bad, but
who's before we get into the School of Rock talk, Who's overrated? What's some of the old bands that are overrated?
Somebody just put this on Facebook.
Oh, so she's you got it.
Yeah.
You got this
Well,
list ready.
no, I couldn't decide
Oh.
because there's so many. Because
The Beatles.
some people already put the Beatles in there.
How
I feel
old
like-
is old? First of all, like what's
70s.
70s, 60s.
that's old. That gets rid of a lot of.
Well, here's the thing: is like
bands.
it's like it's hard for me because when I think of overrated, I think of like I have to like not like any of the songs, and there's at least one song that I like from everyone. So it's really hard for me to be like, this group is so overrated. Some people went from like all the way back there in his message to all the way up to like today. Like he said that he didn't like Adele. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Adele. She's okay.
Yeah, I like what's it called? The Rain, whatever something. I throw
Set
fire.
Fire to the rain.
That song's
We did it in college.
good.
We did that song in college.
It's a good song.
Touring. We did it in touring.
I think that whole album was solid. What was she like 21 or something like that?
I think so, but then she like busted her vocal cords. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah, she did. Before she went on her whole world tour, she had to have vocal surgery because she.
Was it successful?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
she's singing now.
Okay. I don't know. You scared me with this. I didn't even know.
But, that was like a long time ago.
Okay.
But she did a lot. I think from what they were saying was that she did like a lot of smoking and she drank and like if you're doing gigs and you're smoking and you're singing, you're pushing pretty much just dry vocal cords together the whole time, and it's just causing damage after damage after damage, and so. She just damaged her vocal cords. She ended up having a surgery and had to like postpone her whole world tour because that's when she came out with like, was it before Rolling in the Deep?
No, that was the same album.
No. It was it the same album as, Changing, what is it? Oh my God, I have like the whole, like vision of the song in my brain. She's like sitting on a chair.
Hello.
Is it Hello? It's probably Hello.
No, it's not Hello. It's like one from her Chasing Pavements.
Oh.
Her Chasing Pavements first album.
Oh, okay.
That's when she kind of hit big. Maybe Rolling Stones came. Not Rolling Stones. Rolling in the Deep. Rolling Stones, though, is one of those that are kind of like meh.
Dang, it hurt my soul. That's the one.
Sorry.
That's the one. I feel like they're underrated. I feel like too many people go, yeah, the Rolling Stones were okay, but the Beatles were there.
But it's funny because they were influenced by the Beatles.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
so if you like the Beatles, then you have to like the Rolling Stones. And
While we're on the Beatles,
Okay, what's up?
what about the conspiracy that Paul died and they just replaced him? Right?
I've
It was
never
Paul,
heard
right?
of that.
Wait,
what?
what?
Was it Paul or was it somebody else?
There's
one of basically
Paul
one of
there.
them
The one that
died.
died.
One of them died, and since there was like no TV or stuff back then, and no one really saw him, they just replaced him, and they just put a random guy in there to be the
Smart.
as if
Smart
nothing ever
PR
happened.
move. It's a smart PR move. I mean,
I don't know.
I have no idea because there's just two of them left, right? There's Paul and is it the drummer? Is that his left?
John
I have no idea.
Van Damme, whatever.
I don't know. I should
Jean-Claude
know.
Van Damme?
I really should know all their names.
That's the other one.
Isn't that
Ringo?
the-
Isn't that Ringo?
Ringo.
I'm
There it is.
just kidding.
I was like, is this like John Van Damme? Isn't he like that fighter? Like,
Yeah.
I was
With
just
all
hoping
those-
one.
with
I
the
was hoping
movies?
one of you would be like, yeah, him.
the movies.
Yeah.
I used to watch him and what is the guy with the slick hair? He would always
Seagal.
wear Seagal.
Oh,
I
yeah.
used to watch those movies. when I was
Did you guys ever read a book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck? Or okay, so there's actually a story about the Beatles in there. I think it's the Beatles. Basically, what happened is the Beatles originally had another drummer, and but he also looked very good. He looked great, like the other four. Is it four?
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't like that, so they replaced him with Ringo Starr.
That's so mean.
And it goes through a story of like how he like, he got into I think he had like drinking problems or whatever, but then he realized that his life wasn't all that bad because he saw what was happening to the Beatles, like they were under drugs and stuff like that, and so he's like, you know what, my life isn't that bad, and yeah.
I didn't. Well, that's kind of like none of them are really good looking at all. So I'm like, That's kind of vain.
Yeah, maybe he was
Well,
so
back-
good looking.
Maybe back then that was like a different.
Yeah.
thing.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah.
got that British look, I
Mhm.
guess, and so I guess that was like a thing.
The British invasion. That's what they
But
called
they
it.
all just kind of look kind of funny to me. They never.
Yeah. I mean,
they kind of look funny. I don't know.
I mean, some people are gonna be screaming blasphemy, but
Whatever. I mean, I love the Beatles. Okay, I do. I respect them. That's about it.
I was about to say you were just talking about them earlier. How they're
I mean, I respect them.
Yeah, you respect them.
I respect them.
Yeah.
They've influenced a lot of people. So I think they were influenced by like, was it Elvis? I think they were influenced by Elvis.
Oh,
Was it
that's
Elvis?
also one
Or
of
was it
the-
at the same time? Were they there at the same time?
That's what I was gonna get into. The video before that was
Mm-hmm.
the era before that, the decade, and Elvis was killing it like through forever, even into when the Beatles were.
Yeah,
so it was
yeah.
always
So
like
I want
the
to
Beatles.
say that the Elvis, yeah. Well, I liked Elvis because nobody really, I don't know if anybody really paid attention, but he really did try a little bit of everything. Because I mean, he went from singing the blue, that song to going to this rock, jailhouse rock.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like his like vocal, how he like, I don't know. I guess this is like the nerd inside of me of being a vocal teacher. It's like hearing him do all kinds of things. It was just kind of nice because he didn't really just try to fit in one era. Like he really did.
Right.
Like I don't know. His stuff was.
Yeah.
I'm big. I like.
What
I
was
love
your
Elvis.
favorite song?
Jailhouse Rock, man?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Mine's the what's the slow one. I don't want to sing it because I can't do it. I'm gonna just ruin
Just
it.
sing it because I'm
Um,
not gonna get it.
I know
What
what you're
is
talking
it?
about.
And I can't help
Yeah, there.
falling in love. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that
Do you
one.
remember saying?
Or
Like, he had such like iconic songs like that.
or Heartbreak Hotel. Is
that one's
yeah,
good.
that one's really good.
So I am Elvis is not overrated.
No,
I'll tell you that.
no,
He's
totally.
Not underrated at all.
That's why Lilo and Stitch is the best Disney movie ever.
That little girl had problems though.
Huh? Who? Oh, yeah. Just like
She
me.
had some problems, man. I was like, she's too young
She's
to
cool.
be dealing with her issues like that. That's how I deal with my issues. Like, what's she?
Screaming a pillow.
Uh-huh.
So,
That helps.
so tell me a little bit about this whole School of Rock thing. Is it? It's here in.
It's here in Lubbock.
Oh, it's in Lubbock. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah. So we are an after-school program, but it's not just for kids. I guess the demographic really is for kids, but we do have an adult program that's actually thriving. We have now not only one group but two groups for adults. So yeah, it's pretty much an after-school program. We give all kinds of lessons from keyboard, vocals, guitar, bass, drums, you name it, we can do it. I think the only we don't do is like classical, like violin stuff, like anything like that we don't do. But and so pretty much it's the concept of getting your kids in and lessons, and we do groups too. So every like 4 to 5 months we do a showcase. So it's like a 45-minute lesson on top of a rehearsal, and then in 4 to 5 months we put on a show for parents or whoever to watch to see how far their kid has come. So we also do a lot of like leadership stuff. I think with my students, we work a lot on like multitasking and really trying to balance stuff, because like we have these kids who really love doing it, but it's if you think about it, it's like they're in school. Some of these are teenagers and they're in school, they have a job, and they're trying to do this at the same time, and they're trying to apply for colleges. Like, it's a lot of stuff, right. But they love doing it so much they don't want to quit. So it's like a lot of time management stuff. But we do have a audition only group, which is our house band. So a lot of kids like really thrive and try to make that a point to be in that band.
That's the.
Yeah, that was really cool. And it's kind of cool because most of the people who work there are all alumni from South Plains. Some are tech. Mark Morgan, who is the music director there, he went to South Plains College. And yeah, Amber Beatles. She's the one who is the actual like manager at this specific one. So we're a franchise. So there's so many of them. So there's like, I think if I'm gonna think this right, there's like one person who's in charge of so many, but it's a franchise. So like there's just so many like around the world. I think like in Australia.
In Australia.
There is.
Australia's not real.
There's School of Rock Australia. There's School of Rock Spain.
Their classes are on the water. There's just a bunch of boats over there.
So it's a pretty neat program. I love where I've been there for about, I think I was just talking about this the other day. I think I've been there for almost 8 years. So it's a really, and like I said, we do it for adults. I've learned a lot, not just, I mean, I went from just being straight vocalist to now I know how to play piano. I do like beginner keys lessons. If you like really, really good, I'm going to have to send you to somebody else because I'm not that level yet. So I do piano. So I teach vocals and piano. And then I do have like a Rock 101 group. So each group has like specific ages. We have a rookies group. That's from ages from 6 to 8. And then we have a Rock 101 group from ages 8 to 13. And then from 13 to 18, we have a group rehearsal. So those are the ones that have a little bit more songs and are a little bit harder, and they're themed. So our younger ones are not themed. We just kind of pick songs like Beatles songs. Beatles and Rolling Stones songs.
Oh gosh! So is this where the hate comes from? Or you're just tired of doing these songs?
I love my job.
Yeah, of course, 100%.
No, but and then so right now we do have a showcase coming up on February 5th and 6th, and so I think this year's seasons are, oh my god,
the seasons.
Yeah, so we do what's like seasons. We do end of showcase seasons.
Okay.
So every 5 months.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So this showcase, I think we have. Oh my gosh, this is gonna drive me crazy because I know all the shows because I have kids in almost all the shows. I think we have a Dave Grohl show. Do you know who Dave Grohl?
Yeah.
We have a Dave Grohl show. That one's he was in like multiple bands. So we have like multiple.
He was
bands.
in Nirvana, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's in Nirvana. He was in.
Of course.
Nirvana. He's in Foo Fighters.
There you
go. So we have Dave Grohl show. We have a Prague show. We have a One Hit Wonder show. I think is that the same thing?
I thought Prague was a place.
We have a Led Zeppelin show.
Oh, I'm totally down for Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, I like Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin's one of my favorite bands. So, so each season's a different season, different shows. I think this next season we added an extra season because we're actually, hopefully in the next 9 to 10 months, we'll move in buildings because we're like connected to a bank. So we don't have that much room. And so we're kind of getting compact in there of like running out of room, running out of space. So, they got a building going to where they're building now, and so hopefully soon we won't have that issue anymore. Yeah, so we had to add on a show because we're kind of packing in, but that's School of Rock. I hope I did it justice.
No, that's cool.
I was trying to remember everything.
Is it trippy? Like, have you had some students that like show up and they don't know anything, and then like they just skyrocket. Like,
it's the best part.
What is going on?
What's trippy is when I went into it, I had a couple of students who were in high school. So I think I started in like 2015. So it was about a year and a half outside of college. And so one student, I had her for almost 3 years, and then she went to South Plains College, and she just graduated from college. And I was like, what is this? Like, it makes you feel old, but that's really cool at the same time because she was actually like, she was already a great vocalist before, but to know that I had a little bit of help with her on that stuff, and like she made everything at South Plains. She made ATV. She made I think she mainly did ATV. And touring. She did ATV and touring, and she made it like the first shot out there. So I just wish this stuff was here when I was younger. It would have made me so much better vocalist than I am now. So yeah, that's probably like the most rewarding part is seeing my kids and just watching them like not just grow like in their craft, but like really just growing as like kids. Because like especially right now, like a lot of these kids are going through a lot of stuff. So, but yeah.
Yeah, how are most of these kids taking it? Like I remember I read like an article, and it's pretty much talking about how it's not really just a year lost when it comes to like education over the internet. It's more like it's not additional. It's multiplicit, whatever.
Yeah.
It's
Exponential.
or exponential, whatever. Multiplicit. Yeah, exponential. Yeah, you're right. But it's like that. Like these kids aren't just losing a year, or now it's 2, whatever. It's like there's some of them are really struggling out there.
I think it's the connection. Like being in person is just because even I've found that out even doing online lessons. Like when we went straight into like Zoom lessons, it's so much harder to give lessons and for them to grow more that way than I just recently had a student who I met for the first time, like in person.
Yeah.
I started off with her like last year, like in 2020 is when I started with her, and this is the first time I'm meeting her in person, and it's already like a complete difference, not just for me but for her.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, like where I'm happy we were able to have that to be able to keep going, but I just think the connection and being able to, I think what's cool about School of Rock is you're able to go to this place and you all have something in common, and that's music, and that's wanting to share that with other people, because a lot of these kids, like, so we have some homeschool kids, we have some kids who get bullied a lot, we have like just all these kids who literally have the same common love for something, and it's a safe place for kids to be at. So for them not to have that, I think that was a really big thing for these kids not to have, to be able to have each other and stuff like that, and to be able to share all that together.
Sounds, man, I don't know. It's tough.
We give adult lessons.
Yeah.
Adult lessons are just as fun. I'm actually learning how to play bass right now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So, because I had to, since I do a rehearsal group, I have to, if a kid doesn't show up, like if the drummer doesn't show up,
You gotta fill in.
I have to fill in. Like, so I kind of had to like learn.
Yeah.
And I remember my first year doing that, I was like, I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. Like, why do you have me in here? Like, I don't know how to do any of this stuff. And you kind of just learn. And, I mean, you have kids making fun of you at the same time, so it's fine. Kids are brutal, y'all. Kids are really brutal. But I just found I really liked bass. It was a lot easier to me than guitar. I already kind of know how to play piano, but I didn't have that much love for piano that I wanted to, like, be wonderful at it. So I just really liked bass. And so I was lucky enough that I get to do that. I get to be in the actual rehearsal groups. I get lessons, and I get to be in the adult group. And they perform at end of season as well. So it's kind of fun to see them too, because their kind of love for music is like, oh my God, I get to play. I'm so excited. Like, we have people from like all kinds of people, from like business owners to doctors to nurses to like all kinds. So that's another thing too. It's kind of like a giddy moment for them too, because they're like, oh my God. Or like we have parents who kind of want to be on the same, like, to understand their kids a little more, who like love it so much. Like we had one kid, one parent, he just stopped recently, but he was great. His son did everything. And so he was like, I want to know, I kind of want to have that connection with my son. So then he started lessons, and he was great. He played drums. He played drums and he did a guitar. So
Patrick was telling me earlier, or like a while ago, that there's a really, really big music scene in Lubbock.
Yeah.
Like huge.
Yeah. So, one thing that I learned in college was that, and it's really true, is that it can take a minimum of 5 years to get in your scene in your cities, like into the music scene in your cities, if you're consistent. So like we had gotten to that point. I'm in a band called The Walking Shred, and so we do a lot of like 90s grunge, 80s grunge, we do like No Doubt and stuff like that. And so I got into their band when I got actually into school, when I started School of Rock, and they had already kind of had a thing, but then we just kind of had like a regular thing, like constant, like every month we had something. If we didn't have something every month, we had something twice or 3 times a month. And it's just really just like kind of getting yourself in that like rotation. Mm-hmm. And so it's really hard to do that in Lubbock because there's so many musicians. Because there's like, to me, there's like different types of, we have the musicians who play like solely like around here and stuff like that. And then I have, you have people who, I have a couple of friends who actually ventured out and they did a lot of course, Texas country. And so I have a friend who's in a band called Flatland Cavalry, and they're booming right now. Like, playing at Grand Ole Opry, like they played at the Grand Ole Opry recently, and it's my friend John, which is a really funny story because John's dad dated my mom when they were younger. So when we met in college, it was like, brother, hi. So it was like a small world, you know what I mean? And so we instantly became friends, and I'm friends with his wife, and they live out in Nashville now, but like they started off in Lubbock. They started off, I remember being at one of their beginner shows of like 25 people there. You know what I mean? And now they're like selling out Billy Bob's, and they're selling out arenas, and
that's wild.
It's crazy, right? Yeah. So, the one thing that if I can say I learned anything when I went to that singer-songwriter retreat was that the guy from Sony said, you can make music anywhere. Mm-hmm. It's how you expand yourself. It's how you promote yourself. He goes, we're in a decade right now where people are lazy. He goes, we don't have agents anymore going out and finding talent. Like, if you come in to Sony and you say, hey, I'm going to play these songs for you, here's my CD, and they're going to look you up on Facebook and on Instagram and TikTok and all the things, and if you don't have so many followers, they'll say, hey, these are great, but come back when you have more followers.
Damn.
Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Ow. So it's just kind of one of those things where you can really make music anywhere. And so we're lucky enough that we live in a city that's so, you had Buddy Holly come out of here. So, you know what I mean? Right. So we're lucky enough to have that name here, that if you said, oh, I'm from Lubbock, Texas, oh, Buddy Holly. Okay. So you immediately have your one connection, I guess you can say. And so that's all it's about, is about who you know, the connections you have, and getting yourself, if you want to play around town, it's just getting yourself in that rotation.
Yeah, because we're more familiar with the Spanish music side of thing, because I've never really went to like rock shows unless it's someone big.
Yeah, but it's the same thing like that, because there was I don't know if he was there. Was he there when I was at school? He did a lot of Spanish stuff. And I have a couple of, like, my mom I don't know if it's my mom. I know, like, it's like around this area, like the family around here, they have families and stuff who are in like Hispanic bands and stuff like that. And so it's the same thing. It's about who you know, what kind of connections can you make, how you can get in there, and how good you are. Mm-hmm. And like the talent, the talent plays a big part, but really, it's like, how are you going to get you can be as great as you want to, but if you have no foot in the door, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. So it just depends on what you want to do with it and where you want to go with it and all the things. And so I have a lot of friends who play. I have a friend who's a drummer, and she plays around the Austin area, and she's got her own, like, I think she does like videos and stuff for drum stuff, and she's made a whole marketing out of that. I mean, you know what I mean? So it's like, you can go any direction in this. It's just, you have to like keep it going. And what sucked for me and my band was 2020. It messed up the rotation. And so, I have guys who have, I have one who's a band director in Lubbock. And so he stays busy constantly. I have Mark, who's the music director for School of Rock, so he stays super busy. You know what I mean? I have Dion, who's our bass player, and he works at Tech as well. But he plays, and to me, it's like, I'm not saying that it's harder for me, but it kind of is, because like these are guys who like literally can place themselves in anything if they wanted to. I'm just a singer, I guess, and so it's like a little bit harder. So when we're not playing, I'm like, hey guys, let's keep going. And so when 2020 happened, it kind of messed up our whole routine. But
how was it in 2020? Like, did you guys even meet at all?
no.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, y'all
just it was really weird. Our last show at that point was, did we have a show in February?
Oh man, y'all were on the last.
Yeah,
month.
I think we were like on the last month. I can't remember if that was the one or was it in 2019 in November.
Yeah.
Because I think I have like pictures and stuff and videos from that night, but I can't remember if we did one in February because we did one every month at O-Bar in Lubbock. And they just recently, like a couple years later, now they're just starting to put music back in there on the weekends. And so that's what was our regular place was to go to. So that was taken out. And so we didn't play again until 2021 in the summer. That's when we started playing again. And so,
Yeah, that's around the time when we said, fuck it.
yeah, this doesn't exist anymore.
Screw it. You do your own thing.
So
And we did. Yeah.
look where we are now.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah. My opinion is it was a pretty good decision. I don't,
I mean, yeah. I mean, at this point,
we got a lot of flack from every other state.
Except Florida.
Florida had our back. Florida,
Florida,
shout out Florida.
Florida.
I don't know if anybody wants to say that though.
It's just at this point, the only thing I can comment on is now. I mean, it is what it is. At this point, there's no caging it. There's
Right.
no like nothing. So it's like, be as cautious as you can. If you're sick, stay home. But
Right.
you should do that anyways. Like
Yeah.
if you're sick, stay
Yeah.
home. Like don't be coming to work and putting all your slobber out and coughing and throwing up everywhere. Like nobody wants that. So.
Yeah.
It's the same thing for anything. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Nah, you can go for it. I'll join you.
But that's how I think of it now. Is like because I mean it just sucks because it just caused so much fear at the same time.
Right.
It caused so much fear indebted to us that anytime you hear about, and don't get me wrong, it's real. I've had like a ton of people I graduated with die from this.
Oh wow.
So it's like, and it's like, hey, it's not just going after certain people anymore.
Yeah.
Like, hey, like I graduated with these people, and so it's that to me was like the fear and the scary part. But at the same time, it's like, what do you do about it? Like, what do you do? Like, you just do the best you can, and you hope for the best. And here we go. We're just gonna keep trugging along. That's all we could do.
The crazy thing about that for me, at least, I don't know. Maybe it's not so crazy, but I was every year I have this thing where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna read this many books, and I started low, so I started with like 5, but in 2020 I told myself I'm gonna read 25.
Yeah.
And then the first book that I pick up is The Stand by Stephen King, and the book is literally as I was reading it, everything was like happening. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Are you psychic?
What is happening? So I put it up. I was like,
No.
go away, book.
I think I watched so many shows that were not drama at all. It was like, I wanted to watch all of the funny stuff. I wanted to watch all. I was like, I can't deal with drama and death anymore. Like, just give me fun. It's just I watched Friends like 100 times.
As a gamer, all I did was, I think, because like there was a few, when they did the whole like 2 weeks, and then they're like, yeah, well, this is gonna be the longest 2 weeks of your entire life. Luckily, Nintendo released Animal Crossing, and I was just doing that the whole time. I just woke up and played in the virtual world with my little island, and then went to sleep. And then I want to sleep
Sound like
in real
my
life.
students.
Yeah.
My students come in. Played Roblox today.
Roblox.
We played Minecraft today.
Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite. Played all these things. Like,
Hey, trust me, if you try Animal Crossing, you'll be
I think some of the
okay.
kids have talked about Animal Crossing.
You'll be like, whoa, like you'll look at it.
I mean, I think if I had it, I think it would be
Yeah.
different. But I don't have it, so
Yeah.
I don't have like anything to play. I think the last time I played the last time I played game, like my own, like I had it was when I was a kid. We had like Nintendo and all of that stuff. Well, usually if I play something, it's because I'm going over to a friend's house and they're playing. Mm-hmm. So I'll play with them, and I usually play Street Fighter.
Oh, hey.
Speaking
not bad. Not a bad game.
What's his name? Speaking of Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Okay, where are you going with this? I'm ready.
She said Street Fighter.
Did you know that Street Fighter was supposed to have, like, it was supposed to be all the famous, like, fighters in movies originally?
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's why you have some people that look, you know, you have
like Mike Tyson.
One that looks like Mike Tyson.
I never paid attention to that. I just press buttons. They could
never get the rights because it was just like a mess.
Okay,
trying to get Jean-Claude Van Damme, you know,
who wouldn't
Tyson.
want that? Who wouldn't be like, hey, do you want to be in a video game? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do want to be in a video game.
I know Shaq said yes to that many times. Some people wish he never did. Whatever.
But I don't really. Yeah. I mean, I play games, but not like I listen to the kids talk about more of their games.
Oh, good. Than I'm really into the music. To be honest, like when it comes to video games, the music is.
Oh, the music in the video games.
Sonic 2, the greatest one of all time.
Sonic 2.
I think Michael Jackson had.
I think Legend of Zelda has the best music ever.
Michael Jackson did Sonic 2.
Did Michael? No, he didn't. Did he?
Yeah, I think he didn't put his name on it, but like he had some things to do with it.
I did not know that. That's cool. Know that.
Yeah. Have you heard any of these? Do you know? Could you like
Zelda?
Zelda or Sonic? Could you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know them.
Okay.
But I wasn't like.
Oh, but what do you think of the music though?
I mean, I didn't like get that into it. Where I paid attention to the music to it. But I mean, I guess it's cool. I guess.
Oh. Have you ever like tried out for like The Voice or anything?
Yeah, I did.
Snap!
Yeah, I did. I went to me and some friends. Allie went with me, and I don't know if you remember Theta.
Maybe.
Theta. I always call it that.
That's like one of those names I would mispronounce.
I can't help but say it. Theta.
Theta? Okay.
We actually all went to Denver, Colorado, and we auditioned there. Longest process of my life. It's pretty much you go in as a big group, and you get signed in, and then they separate you to even a smaller, bigger group, and then another smaller group until you're down to like 10 people. Mm-hmm. And then you go with those 10 people. They call you up, take you to a room, sit down. Each person is like, and this guy, let me remind you, this guy who's like sitting and like listening to us looks like at that point, I think I tried when I was like 20. Okay. I think I was like 20.
It hurts a little bit.
I know we have a twang in our voice, but that was a bit ridiculous.
No, she didn't want to say 20.
I know.
I think I was like 23 when I auditioned. I think I want to say I can't remember. I just remember that at the time. I don't know if I was going through like an identity crisis, but at the time I had like really, really short hair. People thought I was a lesbian. I was not a lesbian. I just had really short hair. And so we went, and the guy looked older than I did. Like he looked just like, if not younger than me, just with a ball cap, sitting on the desk with his computer, and he would tell us ahead of time, like, hey guys, just know I am listening to you. I'm just typing some stuff down. And we're like, okay. And so each person gets up, says their name, sings a verse and a chorus. Next person. And he said, okay, this person stays in here. Everyone else, thank you so much. And that's it. And that's literally it.
Damn.
And like I thrive off of like telling me what I do wrong. Like I'm like, tell me what I can do to get better. Yeah. Tell me, like, so I don't like being like hanging, like left hanging. And at this point, like social media, like of course was a thing. And so I had put on there that I was auditioning for The Voice, and so people were like, yeah, like you're gonna be on TV.
Let's go.
And I was like, no, like that's not how this audition process works. Like you have to go through so many things. I actually had a student who went through all of that too, and she actually got pretty close to going to live auditions.
Oh man.
And she too, though, was like, I don't know if this is for me. Like it's just a lot. It's a lot of stuff. And so at that point, I realized, I don't really know if I want to do this. And not that it's because I was told no, but it was just because I had already had a lot of friends who did go through the whole process and who did get pretty far, who did whatever. And I just thought to myself, I'm not 15 anymore. I don't want to be on American Idol anymore. Like, I kind of have a different idea of how I want to do music my own way. And so I did it. I didn't get in, and I was okay with it. I kind of felt bad because
somebody said no.
Yeah, and then everybody was like, "Oh my God, she auditioned!" Da, 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 da. So I came home and was like,
Can't wait to see you on the show."
Suck! I didn't get in. So it was kind of like heartbreaking at that point. But then we were in Colorado, so we took a whole bunch of edibles.
Does The Voice do any of those weird people?
Huh?
Like kind of like American Idol?
No.
Okay. No. Okay.
They're not about
Damn.
like the funniness.
Dang. That's what I was all about.
On American Idol?
Yeah.
I was like, I watched, how old was I? I think I was like 10, 11 when the first one came out, and with Kelly Clarkson, and I was like, I loved Kelly Clarkson, so I wanted to be her. So growing up, I was like, I want to be an American Idol, I want to be an American Idol. So when I went to that audition, I was like, oh my God, this is horrible. I hate this. So, and I did like little audition stuff here. The coolest thing that I ever won, I won this, was karaoke competition.
Let's go.
I did. I won karaoke competition, and it actually got me into my first band.
The Walking Shred.
No.
Oh, no, okay.
No. I was in this band called Blackout Anthem, and one of their people in another band saw me at this. They were like one of the judges or something. And I think I won like $1,000. To me, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I was like, heck yeah. As a college kid, I was like, heck yeah, bro.
Who's going to Sonic today?
I'm gonna get my next tattoo. Here we go. Like, I was so excited. So excited. And it was a very odd like packaging issue. Like not issue, but like they gave me like that, and they gave me like a gift basket because like one of the girls who was she worked at like an adult store, and so she gave me a whole bunch of stuff, and I was like, I don't want any of this. Like, how did I win this? Like, did it say this when I auditioned for this?
What happens when the guy wins? Is he gonna get the same stuff I got?
What is this? Like, I didn't ask for any of it. I ended up giving just a lot of my mom's friends. But I got that, and so this guy, what is the band called? They're like this known band in Lubbock. They're like an 80s group. Doug, I think it's Doug Stapp. He's the manager at Ralph's Records. And so he's a really, really good guitar player. And he's like really well known, whatever. So they have this band in Lubbock, and their lead singer too, it's all about connections, man. Their lead singer too also knows my mom and grew up with my mom. So it was like, they were like, hey, like we got this gig, like come sing with us. And I was like, yeah. So I went up. This other guy saw me, was like, hey, why don't you be my band? I was like, yeah. And so I got his band. And so that was like my first like official like big kind of band that I actually like paid. Like we played at a whole bunch of places, and we got paid to do it. And like, and then when Doug got into the band, we got paid like good money because he was well known. And so that like period of my life was pretty awesome. And then something happened. I don't have no idea. I was the only girl in the group, but something like they had like an argument about something, or something happened. Like, I don't know. I just like, I have no idea.
Yeah, there seems we had a podcast with another ex. No, this was an ex musician, I guess.
Uh-huh.
He also had a big argument with his band. So
yeah,
I'm guessing
like,
that's just a normal thing.
I guess so. I was like out of the blue. Like I was like, I have no idea what's happening. And just like one day we were in a band, and the next day we weren't in the band. Damn. And so that was probably the hardest because it was like right when we graduated. And so from like 2014 to like 2015, I tried, but at that point, nobody knew who I was. They knew everyone who I was in a band with at that time, but nobody knew who I was. So I was like trying, like every people who I got at South Plains, they were playing with me. I had friends playing with me, and they're like, I don't know who that is. And so it was like a nightmare. And I'm just not a booking person. I'm not like,
I'm not show up and sing.
I'm not gonna bother people because that's what you have to do. You just have to bother people, and I'm like,
thank you, Patrick, for doing all that for me.
like I was like, hey, I'm in this band and really good. Like, do you want to like no? Who are you? Like, and then they don't answer back. I'm like, okay, like I'm not gonna bother you. Like I'm not gonna bother you. And so that was probably the hardest. It was probably the saddest because at that point I went from like being in a band and being at South Plains where I played all of the time and to like not. And so that was probably that was a really hard year. And then I got into the Walking Shred. And they're probably, these guys are like my best friends now. And they're the easiest people to play with.
Y'all got any music on Spotify or anything like that?
No, we're a cover band. So we
Okay.
just do covers. But we do have a Facebook page. So we have Flow Walking Shred on
Check 'em
Facebook.
out.
Yeah.
Check 'em out.
So 2022.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be playing more music, and that's what the goal is. And I'm at this point so hungry for it. I'm like, I'll bother some people now.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We make double texting an art over here.
Wait, say that again. What?
Make double texting an art.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's all. I sometimes go even further than that. A grade beyond that, or a level beyond that.
We have one that I've texted this person so many times, and there was not an issue when we first played there. They're like, yeah, we love you. I can't get a hold of this person ever. And I'm like, do you not like us anymore? Like, do you just say it? Like, you know, but every time I go there, they're like, no, we want you to play. And I'm like, well, tell your person, like, I like this person. Like, we get along. So I don't know, like, are they overwhelmed? Like, so it's that's hard for me too, because I don't want to like send text message after text message after text message after text message. Hey, do you have any dates? Can we play? Can we play now?
Hey, you said it earlier.
I know. It's
Don't use my words against
my
me.
personality. I can't help it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but so 2022, hopefully we'll play
Y'all are
some
gonna
more
go back
gigs.
to the old bar.
Yeah, hopefully. If they want us back.
That's one of the spots, right?
Yeah. That was now that they're putting music back in there. And we used to do weekdays, but that was before I got my money making job, which is my full-time job that I have here. That I can't do weekdays anymore. So it's just too hard. And then with my child in school, it's too hard.
You gotta tell Pat. You gotta keep Pat updated, or keep us updated.
Yeah.
Whenever you guys do a show, I'd like to.
I
I'd like to
will
go watch.
for sure. If you like rock and
The
roll
Walking
and
Shred.
loudness, it's loud.
It's loud.
Yeah.
It's very loud.
Has your hearing been affected, or
Oh
you
yeah.
been?
Oh yeah.
Even though with all the schooling and training, like, oh yeah, this is gonna happen, so wear ear protection and stuff, or you're old school
It's a
rocker.
little too late for that.
So when we learned
You're a
about,
traditionalist, and you're like, the 80s bands went dead, so fuck it.
She's that hardcore.
pretty much, okay, because when I didn't even know that was a thing until like live sound class. Like I didn't know that was a thing. And let me remind you, I had to take live sound twice. So and that was his hardball, man. Like, so, and it was really early class. So I was thinking it's like 2-hour class, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like 8:50 in a 2-hour class. And I was like, y'all, like, this is my freedom. First time not living at home. Like, you expect me to be here at Monday at 8:50? You crazy? Because you could take Jeremiah's class too, which is like later. But I could never get into it because people would always get it really fast. But I didn't know it was a thing. I didn't know. So I would go to concerts all the time, like, boom, 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 boom,
by the
boom.
speaker.
Yeah. And so it's funny.
Oh yeah, the pain.
Now when I go to concerts, it's funny. I don't go that close no more because I'm like, oh my god, I can't take this anymore. But it's so funny because like I'll be listening to music in the car, and my daughter's like, Mom, turn it down.
Oh no.
Because I just didn't.
Yeah.
I just didn't in college. I should have, and we recommend it now. Even like for our kids at School of Rock, we have these awesome. I need to get more because I lost mine. But we have these awesome in-ear pieces.
Everything's cooler now.
Yeah. Like when you get old, it's like, God, man, these like the little ear thingies. It's like kind of takes everything down like so many decimals.
Dang. Yeah.
It's great. It's great because it doesn't like if you put like a regular like a old fashioned one in, it just feels like everything like kind of like this. It kind of just feels like everything's kind of cuffed.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. And so when you get like the actual like in-ears to put inside your ears, you can still hear things and you can still feel the room better. So those in-ears are awesome. And we give those, we sell those for the kids at school because the rehearsal rooms are small. So we have to protect their little ears.
Yeah.
Not like us.
Let's protect them.
Did you protect your ears?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Kinda. I would always forget because I would run town for some Mexican bands and I'm like, it's pretty fucking loud in here. And I was like, oh man, step back and go like that.
Yep.
Good for you.
Yeah, I didn't do a very good job of that. I do this even now with like in-ear stuff. We grew up with like turn it up. Yeah, we grew up learning it that way. We grew up with the subs. So it's like now I'm just so comfortable with subs. So even like when I do worship and stuff, like we have all of like the new like in-ear stuff. I always keep one out and put one in, and it drives live sound people crazy because they're like, when you're like, I can't hear this, and put the other ear in. Like no. So I don't know.
So why is there a big O scene? Like, is everybody just refusing to leave Lubbock, or what's going on? How, or is it just over time?
It's because you get paid to do it.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh.
So that's the thing is, I think somebody else had said like Fort Worth area too pays really, really well. But like you go to Austin, everybody like, oh, it's a music city. So everybody goes there, and there's so many people there that most likely you're just going to pay. I mean, you're not even going to get paid to what you're doing. You just want to get seen.
Mm-hmm.
And so here, you're actually, I mean, I'm saying you get paid big money, but if you get on a routine, like we have some guys in love, I have some friends who legitimately, they are in a routine and that's their job. Like they're just musicians. And
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they do regular gigs. They fill in for people, and like all kinds. Like I was telling you, like this, like Texas country is such a big thing. So it's like bass players, guitar players, anybody like that. They're like, hey, we're like missing this person. It's like, okay, like I have a couple of friends who are playing with a whole bunch of Texas country and traveling, and that's their job. You know what I mean? So, that I think that's why. And then like Lubbock is such a like affordable city, I guess you can call it. And so it's like it's affordable to live. You can play a whole bunch of music and you can get paid for it and make a living for it. So because before I had my daughter, that's what I did. So I'd had a regular like waitressing job for a little while, but then I had gotten so many students at School of Rock that I was like, that and doing gigs was what I paid rent with, and I like was making a pretty good amount of money. And then I had a kid and I was like, this isn't gonna work at all.
Where do all that money go?
Oh, no. So like you can definitely do it, and I think that's why here it's such a it's because it's just such affordable living here. And then like I said, once you get into that like rotation, you can make some pretty good money. And like that's who you know. If they know you, they're gonna pay good money for you to be there.
And I'm guessing Lubbock is pretty hungry, right? Because I mean, Lubbock and Amarillo, we really don't get a lot of love when it comes to big band. Or am I completely wrong? I could be wrong.
Garth Brooks was
Garth Brooks came.
The last big thing. And how long ago was that?
Metallica came.
Oh yeah, Metallica did come.
I went to watch Metallica.
Oh, I missed that.
I went to watch Metallica.
I think I invited him. He's like, nah.
Did I? Wow.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Damn. Well, I guess I said that. I don't remember.
That's what my mom said too.
Yeah.
She was like, nah, okay.
maybe I was in the thought of like, they probably don't even sound anywhere near what they used to. So it's just like a husk.
And to be honest with you, like I went in there and I was like, yeah, I'm so ready for this, and then it was just a whole bunch of guitar, and so I was like, I think they played when they started Prisoner of Azkaban. I went out. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get like a t-shirt or something. So I went out. I was out for like 10 10 to 15 minutes. They were still playing
Guitar solo. Guitar solo.
And I was like, oh my god. And I think as a vocalist, like the sound in there wasn't that great, and so like I could hardly hear him, and so I was like, this is a freaking guitar. Like I had a friend who's like a guitar player, and he's like, this is great. I thought it was awesome. I was like, yeah, because you're a freaking guitar player. Like I'm a vocalist. I mean, I enjoy guitar, but I mean that much guitar, like it was a lot. So I mean, it was a cool. I mean, I don't regret going.
Okay.
But I did spend a lot of money that I thought I wish I didn't. I spent like $400 for like 2 tickets.
It's difficult not to waste money at a concert. Oh, that shirt's I want it.
And I
How much is it?
Spend that much money and you're freaking like.
Oh.
What's up?
No, never mind. It was pretty cheap.
Oh, your tickets? I did something stupid and I bought off of like a off-site.
Oh.
I did. I got nervous.
You bought it in the back alley.
I got nervous because they were like, it's gonna sell out. And I was like, ah! So I like went online and I just bought tickets. So they're like, yeah, it's like that. I think I just got my income tax. So I was like, I'm just gonna buy
Luckily when the guard books came, financial aid had hit. So I was like, I was there that day. And then they sold out like that.
Yeah.
They added a third show for Sunday.
Can you tell? I can't tell you how many times I've started to say my financial aid.
So I need to go back to college again.
That's how I got these. That's how I got all my tattoos.
Oh, damn.
It was because of my financial aid.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm so sorry. I had a good education. I graduated and I got a certificate. So there you go. An associate's and a certificate. So, but I can't tell you how many times I was like, no, just wait for that money to hit.
It's all good. I don't think any of us are the only ones guilty of that. Yeah.
Good. I did it a lot.
I bought a lot of food with mine. That's about,
I bought a lot of food and a lot
I guess I bought, no, I haven't, never mind.
That was like my first time, like.
I forgot what I bought.
It's funny because it's like I'm from Levelland, I'm from here, and I got into those dorms and so I was like, peace, mom, like, I'm out, like, heck yeah, I'm going down the street. And so it was like a sense of like, my mom was not super strict or anything, but I don't know, it was like a freedom of like, I don't want to tell you where I'm going, I don't want to tell you where I'm at, I can come home at 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever. So I kind of went to, I kind of hit pretty hard my freshman year. I don't think I went to class. I mean, I went to class a lot, but I only did 12 hours. So, and I didn't have a job at the time because I had that money. So.
I remember one of my buddies when I went to college. I was kind of jealous. His parents would call him in the morning to wake up, and the only reason that I was jealous because I was like, "Dang, man, why don't my parents call me? Why don't I get the same treatment?" And
I used to get so mad when my mom would wake me up.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
I had my own alarm, and she would always wake me up earlier. Nope.
Only
5 minutes.
The only reason I would know is because I was like, over there in Angeles, they had really tall beds, and so I would just grab like a blanket or something and I'll sleep underneath it. Like if I stayed over, like screw it, dude, I'll still sleep here. He was like, dude, there's a couch. Nah, screw that. I'll sleep down here.
Your mom's gonna wake you up. I want her to wake me up too.
I want to know what it feels to be loved.
Feels like. I want to be your brother.
Maybe that was what was going on.
When I was in the dorms, we were in those apartments, so you can have 2 downstairs and 2 upstairs. And so, for a little while, like my roommate, she had a boyfriend, and so she would go home on the weekends to go see him. So I would have just my room to myself the whole weekends, which was awesome. And a lot of times that's what they did, because they know, like, some of them weren't from there, so they would go home on the weekends. And I was like, I'm from here, so party at my apartment, man. Like, it was awesome. I don't regret any of that time. It was a lot of fun. I had like one pretty crazy roommate. Did some inappropriate things, and I was like, this is not fun to walk in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like expecting like you walk in, they have like a full meth lab.
No.
This is all meth operations.
Because like the upstairs, like you get like really no privacy. My room downstairs at least had a like door, you could shut it, but the upstairs like a balcony, so it was like open, and so all the time her boyfriend would come over, and I was like, hello, like I'm home. Like, no, I just go for walks.
Put some headphones on.
I would go for walks I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna walk to my mom's real quick and I'll come back.
What happened to that freedom?
I know, I was so upset. I was like, ah. So after she left, that didn't really happen anymore.
Nice. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What did you even eat over there? What did y'all eat over there?
Where?
In dorms.
In dorms?
Yeah.
I would go after one of my classes. I'd go at like 3 and nobody's in there but me. And I'd just get like a sandwich or something. Because I would only stay like Monday and Tuesday, then leave after Wednesday class.
They had a good cafeteria food.
Yeah, it was right.
I thought they did. Their snack bar was bomb. I really liked the snack bar. But I mean, those apartments, they had like a kitchen. So I would go grocery shopping. Which is
snap.
kinda, it's like, but like when you're in a house full of like 4 girls, it's like, this is mine. You put your name on it. And I grew up Mexican, and everything's everyone's.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's something that was tough to learn.
yeah, so I was like, I just want to buy it.
I'll just buy a bunch of groceries, throw it in there, and like.
Yeah.
What I bought doesn't look good. I'm gonna get what my roommate got.
Yeah, or like if I bought something and like super excited for, and somebody else ate it, I was like, I went to the store to get this, and it's not here anymore. Who ate my yogurt? Like I'd be like, who ate my yogurt? But I mean, other than that, I overate the snack bar. I would go like if I had money.
How was y'all's? Like how did y'all's work? Because in Angela State, you just swipe the card and you just have whatever is there.
You had to like go you had to go on the line.
Okay.
So like they had like certain foods and stuff. Like I remember they had like a little salad bar and stuff in the snack bar area. I would always go get they had really good paninis and really good.
Paninis go hard.
I would get the ham and cheese panini all the time. I would get that, or I'd get their quesadillas.
Dude, I still go on Amazon and I always have like a panini in my cart and then I take it off because I'm just scared of buying it. I don't know why. It's only $20, but it feels like a commitment.
I feel like they're not gonna make the panini that I want.
Yeah.
So I would just always go there, and I would eat there if I had the money for it. Like if I got that that money in, I would go in there and I would buy a bunch of stuff. And that's probably the most thing that I spent on in college.
Would you ever walk out and just with the snack or? Because I know my buddies and I did that.
What snacks?
We would just like
leave the lunchroom.
Yeah.
The lunchroom with snacks.
Yeah. Like we would bring a backpack and just like throw food in there.
No, I didn't do that.
That was the best. It was like, bro, you want some pizza? Hell yeah, I do.
Gosh, no.
Let's go.
I did go to like the free lunches that they would have like around campus, like churches and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm leaving work tomorrow. But I'm just saying, I would go all the time. Like,
free food is free food.
It's free food, man.
They have like donuts in the morning. Oh yeah, cool.
It's good. All right. Let's see.
One more thing.
Yeah. One more thing.
The greatest pop song of all time.
Go for it.
The greatest pop song of all time.
There's only one. There's only one right answer. Yeah.
I want you to get. Or what's your greatest pop song of all time?
I don't know, because I love Celine Dion.
90s pop.
90s pop. Oh my god, like Britney Spears and like Christina Aguilera stuff. Am I getting there?
That it's his, but I adopted it because I just
Is it so great?
I find it so great too.
Is it either one of those?
No.
Is it NSYNC? Or Backstreet Boys?
There are 2 and 3.
2 and 3?
It's the thong song by Sister.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Tell me there is not so much to that song.
He repeats it 3 times and yet it's still great.
Yeah.
And there's a key change in it.
Yes. Exactly.
It's a masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece.
It's the key change.
Yeah.
That hit different. It just hit me. So, oh dang, he's a musician.
I remember that. Yes. Isn't that funny how like I don't know if it happened to you guys, but you saw just the smallest musical thing happen in the song. You're like, this song's real.
I think they're like drops, like when like the music drops out and then it comes back in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
my favorite things. I get so pumped.
So it was like EDM, like they for you? Okay.
Like, I get like those are like the songs I put when I'm working. I'm like it's just like I have something about it that I love when musicians songs.
What's the one by Lil Jon? It has it's known for its
No, the EDM one?
yeah.
Oh, I have no idea.
Turn down for what?
Yeah, there you go.
Turn down for what? Yeah. That one hits hard too. Yeah. We watched. Well, growing up, or not growing up, but in college, we watched all of the Jersey Shore stuff. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Anybody else? No.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh, I don't know who Snooki is or who
I know. Yeah.
Never watched
Paul
it.
is.
Yeah.
So it's funny because I go back, like when you get Facebook and they get you the like back then, like years ago, whatever. I'm so stupid, and so what I would like do like little sayings that they did, and so we would do them all the time. And I was like, weird.
Wasn't one of theirs like
people.
laundry day or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. I'm not out.
Like,
I'm kind of.
Tanning and laundry. That's what they would do.
Okay.
Tanning and laundry, or workout, tanning and laundry. That's what they did.
Damn.
We had our days. So I'm not tanning. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, we don't need it. We can save some money there.
Just go outside for a second. That'll be fine.
Do you get pretty dark if you stay out there?
No, I honestly I stay pretty much this color. I just burn.
Okay.
And it's usually like my cheeks burn and my nose burn, but I don't really get. My brothers get real dark, but I don't get that dark.
I think I get pretty dark, but then again, I'm pretty light. So yeah. Any contrast is.
I just don't be as like palish. Like I'm not as palish in the summertime, but to be real with you, I don't really go outside very much during the summer.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's too hot.
It's too hot. Yeah. I don't like too cold, too hot.
You don't want to sunburn your feet again.
No.
Just, yeah.
No, that was horrible. And I am telling you, I was sunburned that day. It was bad. Like everywhere. It was bad.
It's
And
worth
I didn't
it.
get darker. That was the sad part. So I really didn't get that. Like the sunburn went away and I was still the same color. Like this is BS. But yeah.
Okay. All right. Was that really the last song, the thong song, or yeah?
What?
Was that the last
You
question?
got anything up?
Oh, let me think. Let me think. We went over to School of Rock and the Lubbock scene. I really wanted to touch that. Yeah, how's your family about like music? Because my family, when I was really big into music, I wanted to do everything. They were pretty okay about it. They were kind of like, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, my mom did pretty much the same. She was really supportive of me. So there was never that issue. And anytime I had gigs, my mom was always there. So my mom grew up. My grandpa was a Pentecostal preacher, so music was a big thing with them. And so my mom did like band stuff. She dated musicians, so she was like, she was all for it. And she would sneak out all the time from her house to go to concerts and stuff.
Shout out to Bethany's mom.
My mom was really well. She's still cool, but we just kind of grew up like with music kind of always around, and I had such a diverse music. Like my dad liked like Michael Jackson and Prince and that, like, and he also liked Tupac, and you know what I mean. So it was kind of diverse. And then my mom was like 80s metal and 80s pop, and you know what I mean. And so
how the heck did they?
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was just I kind of just grew up with everything. So I'm not trying to be like, oh my god, I'm just in a prodigy and I just sang great my whole life. But I kind of, my mom kind of was always,
I was kind of a prodigy.
My mom was always like, sing, and so I would always sing at church and sing here and sing there, and then I did choir stuff. So my mom was always like super. I was even in a R&B group or a rap group in college or in high school. There's guys around town.
Is that alternate universe you out there?
Oh my god, it was. I'm glad I did it, and those guys are super, super cool people. And I did pretty cool things. So it's the first time I ever went in a studio. First time like I did like studio work ever before, and so they were super, super sweet. And being as young as I was, like it was really nice that the guys who they were. And so, but it was not my scene. Like I was like, I'm not the R&B girl in the rap group, because like in a rap setting they always have like an R&B person, and so I was their R&B person, and I was like, this isn't my scene. But I'm grateful for it, because it's the first time I ever like perform like in the group setting and stuff. So.
How good is where does as far as R&B? I think it's still is Aaliyah R&B? Is she? I don't know.
Really? Yeah.
Be That Someone. Is that pretty high up there? Be That Somebody? Is it up there or not? That's like my favorite freaking song ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. But I think they still remix that.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. I think they still do. I think I want to say that was on TikTok.
I think that's like one of the best freaking songs ever made.
I think that's the cool thing about TikTok is like, it kind of makes me feel old, to be real with you.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll take these songs and they're like, oh, do you remember this song? And I was like, yeah. I was like 12. Yeah. And so like they'll remix it or they'll do something different to it. And so they're kind of like experiencing all that, even like with like Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, like all that stuff. And that's how like the emo stuff has came back.
Oh,
because
shoot.
they're taking like our emo songs and like seeing like, oh hey Monday was a thing, and Blink-182, like you know what I mean, like the real like pop, I guess pop punk is what it was.
What was the Sunday one?
Taking Back Sunday.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, like with
we almost had every day taken care of those.
Yeah.
I don't think that was a Tuesday or Wednesday.
It was a Tuesday or Wednesday, but Take Me Back Friday. But yeah, so like a lot of that stuff's coming back.
Okay. Damn. Yeah, I don't know. I refuse to download that app. Screw that.
Yeah, you'll waste your life on it. I promise you. I spend like, the goal is to not do that tonight. But I make no promises.
Mine is, I guess, podcasts and audiobooks. That's where most of my time goes. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do enjoy some podcasts.
Yeah, if I were to throw TikTok on there, I'd never. This wouldn't be a thing. Cool though, this would never be a thing.
Even podcasts have kind of made their way through TikTok. It's how I found like there's this podcast called Tangents and something Tangents, and it's these two girls and they're super funny. And so I found them on TikTok, and I was like, who are these people that are so funny? And so I started listening to them on Spotify.
Well, there you go, Pat. I mean, Patrick's doing it. Luckily, Patrick is very, I don't know, maybe he doesn't care about his time, or maybe he's just really good with his time, but he gets it done.
But it's really all, like, even with TikTok, it's all about, like, you can put as much stuff as you want on there, but it's all, like, it's just like a winning the lottery. It's like, maybe one day you'll get viral, or maybe one day you won't, I don't know. So. Yeah,
because even the last couple that we talked to, they were just talking about just throwing. You know,
maybe something okay.
Yeah, when we got there, they were talking about, oh man, that video didn't do too good. But, they kind of just shrugged it off and they're like, oh, let's start making another one.
It's exhausting. I mean, give them props for having that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But like, man, like I put like maybe like one a month or every couple of weeks or something like that, and like even doing that, I'm like, because I'm such a perfectionist, so it's like.
Oh yeah, I saw one of your singing ones.
Yeah, so if I do a singing one, I'm like. I don't like this one. I go back and I don't like it. So I spend like 30 minutes to an hour on it, and I'm like, God, how do people do this all day? Like, I can't do that. So props to the patience for them.
Well, there you go. TikTok, COVID, the love vaccine. OPUB?
O-Bar.
OPUB. My bad, guys. I haven't been there. I don't know. I don't know the scene. The only place that I've been to in Lubbock that's like music is the piano one.
That's not there.
Drunken Piano? Is that what it's called? Is that what it's called?
It's called Louis Louis. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where there's two pianos and there's not there anymore. That was dope. That was pretty cool. That was my jam.
2020 hit, bro.
Oh, and that's what took it out?
Yeah. It just kind of went down after that, and then they have like some in like Dallas and Houston area that do really well, but here it just didn't.
Dang.
I don't know what it is now, but.
Well, rest in peace. Rest in peace, guys. I thought it was pretty cool. Have you ever been to one, Pat? Before we jet?
Nah.
You've never been to any of the bars? None?
I don't think so.
We went to that weird one. I don't like being out of my element, and these guys took me to this one where it looks like a whirlpool. Or like a spiral.
Oh my God! They take you to
what is
club?
That? Yeah.
Oh, it was Sabor or Lucky.
Yeah, I was like, I want to get the hell out of here. This sucks.
So I just recently went back there.
Yeah.
It's too many. Like it looks exactly the same and it shouldn't.
Was it blue? Like it was like a weird shade of blue?
Yeah, and it just smells funny in there
Yeah.
now, and it's like my feet were sticking to the floor. And I said, "This is not changed, and that's the problem. They haven't changed anything in here." But yeah, don't go there anymore.
Well, all right. Well, Bethany, thank you so much for having us over and being on our podcast.
Thank you guys for having me.
You want to do a shout out? I mean, I guess your band. Yeah, your band.
Shout out to School of Rock. Please, if you have any information, it's Lubbock, Texas. School of Rock Lubbock. We have a website, so please go there and say that I told you.
It's never too late. There's an adult program.
There's an adult program. It's never too late. Shout out to Lubbock Scene Music. Go support your music. Go support your local musicians. That's the best way. And shout out to my mom.
Yeah, shout out to Bethany's mom.
Yeah, my mom's pretty cool.
Yeah. Kiss fan. Let's go. All right. Well, thank you so much. This has been another episode of the Yellow City Kid podcast. And we will see you on the next one.
I just noticed when I switched my mic, I didn't unmute this one. I've been muted the whole time.
Oh!
We did Grease. That's what we did.
That's his
Before
jam.
we'll come in with that.
All right.
It's the greatest musical of all time.
Go for it. All right. You ready?
I guess. Yeah, let me make sure over time. That's funny.
Yeah. That's what we did.
Carly?
iCarly. I played Rizzo. That's who I played.
Oh, gotcha.
I played the whore.
That's his jam. Not the whole thing. I mean the musical. He really loves
Grease.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we did. We did Grease.
Am I not allowed to say it or?
What? No, you can.
Okay.
That's not really my jam. It's just.
What?
I'm not. We'll come in and then we'll talk about it.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah, cool beans.
Oh, we had to do the sponsor. Oh my God! I'll do a video later.
We did on the other one.
Yeah.
We ran out of time on the card.
Oh shit.
I don't know how far at the end. It was towards the end. That's why I was like, oh shit. I don't understand. We had like 14 hours and closed this.